What is up, goal getters? Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Toby Lee, where we have beyond the surface conversations for real impact. So today we're talking about the A/B testing model that I've developed. If you've been watching any of my videos previously, you've realized that I've spoken about this framework. I've touched on this framework and I've highlighted this framework because I feel it's the tool that's going to help you become the person that you are meant to be. It's the template that you're going to use in order to frame the life that you want. By using this goal, you realize that the future version of you is within reach. It's not as further or beyond reach as you think, but you just need a strategy, you just need a direction, a map in order to help you get there. And this model is that. It's simply a map from where you are currently and how you can get to the future version of you, or the version of you that you've always envisioned. Because sometimes we can have this image in our heads of where we want to be and who we want to be, but then we don't know what is required to get there, and then we end up being paralyzed and just waiting for that person to manifest. Whereas human beings are not like butterflies. We cannot just transform from a caterpillar into a butterfly. We have to intentionally make steps and take progressive steps in order to get where we want. So the A/B testing model is basically column A and column B. Now in column A, you're writing out the current version of you and who you are and the things that you want to change about yourself as it is, and then column B, you put the future version of you, the more elevated version of you, the version of you that has got it together, the person that you've always envisioned you would be in your life, where you see yourself as maybe stronger, more confident, having certain things, having achieved a certain status in society and whatnot. So you put column A and column B. And then in column A, what you write is, for example, so I've put this template in this video, and you can tweak it to fit your basic structure and your basic standpoint and where you are currently in life. So column A is, I currently weigh 70 kgs, for example, but the future version of me weighs 69, And then by putting that into a system or into a visual, you are able to kind of see how far you are, or the steps that you need in order to get there. So what are the requirements from you to move from a 70 to a 69? And when you've got it visually and you've got it in a place where you can see it every day, because that's another thing. Don't just write this A/B test model and hide it away. Put it maybe like behind your bedroom door, but put it in a place where you can be able to see it on a consistent basis. Because from this framework, you will need to take steps on a daily basis in order to get there. You will need to take steps on a consistent basis in order for you to become, because we are in the journey of becoming, we are moving from point A to point B by using a map. So you have to move on a daily in order for you to get there. Now, the framework in itself will not help you if you just write it and you put it away. You write it and you put it in a place where you're going to see it consistently, so that it triggers your brain as well into action, because you really, really need that. So column B is, you write the future version of you. You write what you're earning, where do you see yourself? What are your goals? When you look at the ultimate version of you, what do you see? Who do you see? How do they dress? Where do they go? Who do they talk to? Who do they interact with? How do they interact with those people? What kind of social circles are they in? What kind of etiquette do they have? How do they show up? How much do they earn? Where do they stay? What do they drive? Where do they work? What music do they listen to? What conversations do they interact or get mixed up in? And what do they not get mixed up in? Now, I don't want you to write it in a form of current version of me. I'm trying to find an example. Current version of me drinks a lot of alcohol. And then you say future version of me does not drink a lot of alcohol. No, that's not what we're doing. We're not mitigating this by this. But what we are writing is What are we doing, not what are we not doing. So if you say the current version of me does not drink alcohol, the future, on the B column, the B version of you, you'll write, the future version of me drinks tea, maybe. But give them an action. Don't just say they don't do what A is doing. Give them an action. Say A drinks alcohol, B drinks tea. A drives a certain kind of car, B drives a certain kind of car. A earns 100 Rand, B earns 1,000 Rand. Not B does not earn 1,000 Rand. You get me? So that in that way, you are literally putting the future version of you into a mental frame, and you're putting them in a structured way, or in a place where if you were to craft that person, you would literally craft them. You'd literally craft their personality and their identity, because you have assigned certain characteristics and certain personality traits to them. So that's how you write the B column. And just keep in mind that there is nothing that you cannot achieve if you set your mind to it. There is nothing you cannot do. There are no places in this world where you cannot go for as long as you put your mind to it. The number one powerful thing God has given us is will, the willingness to want. And He has given us the power to take steps in order for our wills to come into fruition. So do not limit yourself. Do not think, do not even look at your past to determine the future version of you and where you can be. If it means that you need to disconnect from your environment fully in order for you to visualize, then do that. Disconnect from your environment, disconnect from what you know in order to visualize the future version of you. But do not limit yourself. Do not think just because you are here, this means, in the next 5 years, you're going to be here still. Allow yourself the open portal, or open the spiritual portal to manifest, and allow it to open in such a way that anything is possible. Because sometimes we limit God and we limit ourselves by visualizing where we are, and then we write our goals based on where we are. What else? We can write our goals and open new portals of existence and reality just by writing those things, visualizing those things, but most importantly, taking daily and small actions toward getting those things. I'm one person who, I believe in affirmations. I use them, but I affirm and do. You cannot just say, I have 100 rands, I have 100 rands, I have 100 rands 5 times, and then wait for 100 rands to appear. You need to open portals for that 100 rands to come through. Whether it means opening up an eyelash shop, opening up something, but do something that's going to be open portals for you to receive the 100 rands. So don't just write it based on your current reality. Allow yourself to dream and allow yourself to look further than where you are. There's a verse in the Bible where God says, I don't remember who it is, but God says to one of the disciples, He says, as far as your eyes can see, it is yours. Meaning, whatever vision that you have about your life, it is yours, because that is as far as your eyes can see. So expand your worldview, expand your mentality, let it go further than where you are currently, and manifest it from that point beyond. That way you'll be able to craft a compelling future for yourself. One that makes you happy, one that leaves you fulfilled, one that leaves you feeling like you've not only existed in this world, but you've lived. I wish that for you, and I hope that this A/B testing model helps you. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help you go through it. I'm happy for us to have a conversation about it together. From me to you, it's nothing but love. I wish you all the best. I wish that your dreams come true, and I wish that you have the courage to take steps on a daily basis in order to get there. As I said, from me to you, it's nothing but love. Mwah! I'll see you on the next one. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button below. Please leave me a comment on how this video made you feel, if it resonated with you or not. I'll see you on the next one.